Hey historians, welcome back after your midterm week. I wanted to remind us where we were before we took a break to take the midterm to look back at Jefferson. And with Jefferson, there's a couple of really, well, maybe not fun, that may be too strong a word, but there's a couple of interesting things about Jefferson's presidency that sort of plague him later in life. Jefferson will die in 1826. Jefferson will actually die on the same day as his old friend and old rival, John Adams. Adams and Jefferson will die on July 4th, 1826, 50 years to the day that they signed and released, I guess I should say, the Declaration of Independence, that important celebration for Americans. Jefferson dies earlier in the day. Adams will die later, and one of his last deathbed phrases is a very famous one in which John Adams will say, "Jefferson lives," because Adams believes that Jefferson will continue, is still alive when Adams passes away, but he does not know, because we, of course, didn't have Twitter and text messaging and Snapchat, that Jefferson has passed away, has predeceased him. So that's a little interesting tidbit about Jefferson and Adams as friends and rivals, but I did want us to take a look at something else that really intrigues me about Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson wrote his own epitaph. So Jefferson writes his own gravestone, if you will, and he writes on his grave, for his gravestone, this phrase: "Here was buried Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of American Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for religious freedom, and father of the University of Virginia." And what I'd ask you to think about is what is missing from that epitaph. What does Jefferson not want to be remembered as? He's the author of the Declaration of Independence, the author of the Statute of Virginia for religious freedom, and the father of the University of Virginia. But what's missing? The presidency. Jefferson is president from 1801 to 1809, popular president for the most part. He's a two-term president after Adams' single-term presidency. Jefferson is reelected. He's a two-term president, but he is plagued in his presidency with controversies and scandals. So he has great achievements like the Louisiana Purchase, but Jefferson doesn't actually believe the presidency gives him the power to purchase Louisiana. So it's an interesting man. He drives me crazy. I'll be honest with you, Jefferson does. Jefferson drives me crazy. He's an interesting man, but he does not want to be remembered as president of the United States, per se, right? He's more proud of the achievements he puts in his own epitaph. Fun to think about. Have fun.